There was once a man who did not die. His name was Enoch, seventh in the line of Adam, a righteous man, father of Methuselah. The Bible gives him barely a whisper. Enoch walked with God, and then he was no more, for God took him. But this simple line cracked open a doorway to visions, to secrets, to judgment. What did it mean for a man to walk with God? To be taken not by death, but by divine will. The Book of Enoch, a text forgotten by most, hidden by design, claims to know. And what it reveals is a story of rebellion in heaven, chaos on earth, and a prophecy that echoes into eternity. The descent of the Watchers. Long before the flood, when the earth was still young and wild, the Watchers came down. 200 angels, divine beings sent to guide and observe humanity, descended from the heavens and set foot upon Mount Hermon. They had not been commanded to intervene, but temptation devoured their purpose. The daughters of men were beautiful, mortal, fragile, and the Watchers, in their divine arrogance, longed to possess them. Their leader, Shemihaza, knew the act would curse them, but he feared only one thing, that some would back out. So the angels bound themselves in a pact, swearing by the name of God himself that none would turn away. They took mortal wives, they lay with them, and from this union came abominations. Birth of the Nephilim. From angel and human were born the Nephilim, giants, towering beasts with strength beyond comprehension. At first they walked as kings and heroes, but hunger overwhelmed them. They consumed the beasts of the earth, and when the meat was gone, they devoured man. They drank blood, burned cities, taught humans to worship war. The world, once a garden, became a graveyard. The corruption of mankind. The Watchers did not only defile flesh, they corrupted knowledge. One named Azazel taught men how to forge swords and spears. He taught them how to make shields and armor and dye their faces for war. Another, Kokabel, revealed the secrets of the stars and taught astrology, a language of fate that man was never meant to speak. Armoros taught enchantments and spellbinding. Barakijal unlocked the signs of lightning. Penemu taught lies. Knowledge spread like wildfire, civilization advanced, but at what cost? Women were taught seduction, men were taught violence, and the earth was taught how to bleed. The cry to heaven. Humanity groaned beneath the weight of suffering. They cried out, not to kings, not to angels, but to the highest one. The cries rose beyond the stars, and heaven answered. Judgment of the Watchers. God, in his fury, dispatched 4 holy archangels. Raphael was commanded to bind Azazel, cast him into a desert pit, and cover him with jagged stones until the day of judgment. Gabriel was sent to destroy the Nephilim, and he did, turning giants to dust and tearing flesh from their monstrous bones. Michael was given Shemihaza's fate. He bound the rebel leader and cast him into the deepest abyss, where light does not reach. And Uriel, angel of flame, went to earth to warn a single man of the coming deluge, a righteous descendant of Enoch. His name was Noah. Enoch, scribe of heaven. While chaos ruled below, Enoch was summoned above. He ascended not by wings, but by divine fire. The heavens opened to him, and what he saw was beyond mortal words: stars bound in prisons, winds stored in chambers, the tree of life blooming near the throne of God. He saw the future, the end, the renewal. He became the watcher of the Watchers, a witness to their trial. He became a scribe of judgment, his hand writing the fate of angels. And in one vision he saw the coming of a Son of Man, a messianic figure who would bring light to the nations, judge the kings of the earth, and sit on the throne prepared before time began. The prison of fire. Enoch beheld a place no mortal should see, a narrow flaming chasm beneath the mountains of damnation. There the fallen angels would be held forever. It was the first vision of hell, not a realm for humans, but a prison for divine traitors. Its fire would never cease, its darkness never break. This was the price of rebellion in heaven. the final prophecy. Enoch's visions stretched beyond the flood. He saw a day when the righteous would rise from the grave, when the Son of Man would stand against the kings and idols of earth. A new heaven would descend, and the old world would be judged. He saw resurrection, salvation, and a final reckoning, not just for man, but for angels, for nations, for time itself. Forbidden, yet eternal. The Book of Enoch was revered by the Dead Sea sects, quoted in the Book of Jude, and mirrored in the visions of Revelation. Early Christians saw in it the roots of their faith, the Messiah, the Son of Man, the Judgment Day, and the kingdom to come. But the book was too much, too wild, too dangerous. The rabbis rejected it. The church fathers buried it. By the 4th century, it vanished from the Western world, surviving only in Ethiopia, where it was preserved as sacred scripture by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Even in Islam, Enoch echoes, through Idris, a prophet lifted to heaven, righteous and veiled in mystery. The legacy of a vanished prophet. Today, few know Enoch's tale, fewer still have read his book, but its fingerprints are everywhere. Every tale of divine judgment, every whisper of fallen angels, every vision of hell, heaven, or the end of days. All owe a debt to this man, this prophet who never died. Enoch, who walked with God, was taken and left us a warning. This is Abyssal Narratives. The old stories still speak, and the watchers are still watching.